Hello, and welcome to What We Wrote. I am Emma.
And I'm Esme.
And we are two friends who have been writing together for decades. In this podcast, we go back and read some of our terrible teen writing in all its angsty and melodramatic glory.
Yeah.
And we are writing about things that we should not have been writing about, especially at our age.
No.
When we wrote this.
Yeah.
We did not have the experience,
grace.
the nuance, the grace, the ability to do this in a way that is not gross.
But, you know, I guess it's that whole, like, exploring the world at that age.
Yeah.
Like, you do that. I think that's why so many young people do write, because it really is the way to, explore the world that you're in.
World.
And,
Yeah. I'm wondering how much impact Outlander had on this decision, because it was very much at that time, and it was definitely something that happened a lot in those books.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it was it was definitely a common plot thread, I would say. Yeah. And I do wonder if that was driving some of our, you know, this is kind of the thing
this
that
is
you
the
do.
thing to do. Yeah.
Sun shining right on the back of my head. Gross. I do think that, and like, you know, we can't blame it all on Outlander. I certainly remember books I read, fantasy books and things like that I was reading at that age that definitely included this particular trope. But it's just so cringe. Like, obviously, like, it's upsetting in the way that, like, as I guess adults, we are, I guess, much more cognizant of the realities of like, you know, what something like that does to somebody. Yeah. But it's also like the way that we're doing it and the way that it's written in the book is very cringy. Yeah. In a very, like, you know, looking back at your younger self, being like, why did we have to do this? Kind of way that is very unpleasant. It is. And I'm sure it's not going to be handled with
tact.
Any kind of tact, unfortunately. So, I mean, I guess, you know, a standing trigger warning going forward.
Hold on to your butt.
Mentions of sexual assault, I guess. And I guess let's just
grin and
bear it.
Get through it.
I mean, I'm sure we're going to have plenty of rhetorical questions to get through first.
Yes.
Before Cori even finds out. So, you know.
Yes.
There's that.
There's that.
There's that to look forward to.
Exactly. Yep.
All right. Let's go.
Let's get into it.
Do. Chapter 24, I think. It's not a very sensible looking form, but sure. Cori. I fiddled absently with a strand of long, thick, black hair, tangling it around my finger.
Who's long, thick, black hair?
I mean, originally I had with my hair, but I crossed that out and replaced it with a. So, not specific hair.
Just hair she
put on the origin of the hair is
it's like
not specified.
Horsetail.
Gross. I was trying to wrap my head around all the things that I'd learned. My father was here.
Oh,
yeah, that happened too. My father was here, and even more, I liked him. He was like me. He wasn't frightening and noble and proud like Norella. He shared my dislike for the woman.
Sure.
Why do we hate Norella so much? It just doesn't seem like based on anything.
No. Ben!
He shared my dislike for the woman, my penchant for blushing and being uncertain of himself.
Perchance?
I think I mean
Penchant?
Perchance.
Is it penchant?
Yeah, that's what
Right.
that's what I think I meant.
Oh, okay.
I've written perchance,
Okay.
like perchance.
Okay.
I think probably I knew that there was a word kind of like
similar
that.
like that,
and
but we're not actually sure what it
I
was.
wasn't quite sure what it was. For blushing and being uncertain of himself. I couldn't believe it. I think Vari's smug "I told you so." Oh. I think Vari's smug "I told you so" negated any thanks I might have wanted to give her for dragging me down there. But negated really looks like regaled.
Oh.
The way I've written it. And I was like, regaled any thanks? That's definitely not right. No. I think it's negated.
Right.
I think. Well, that and her constant snide and vulgar remarks. I had to admit it though. There was something comforting about Vari's infallible confidence and strength of character. Something about how she always seemed to know what to do in every situation. I wondered absently where she was, watching that lecherous... Oh, hang on.
What?
I wondered absently where she was, watching that lecherous stable hand slink past me looking pleased with himself. So she's in the stables, I guess. We had not specified where Cori is.
Oh.
She's just fiddling with her hair.
Yeah.
But I guess she's in the stables. I glanced at him as he winked at me. I thoroughly disliked that man. I swung my legs, kicking my heels against the hay bale I was perched on. I was bored.
Yep.
So are we, Cori. Usually by now, having been sitting in the stables for an excess of an hour, someone I knew would have passed. I didn't even have a chance to antagonize Kane. I'd seen neither him, or Bran, or Vari all day. I sighed, slumping back against the wall, chewing my lip. I had no idea how I'd survived all my life before I'd met my friends. I felt like I was going to die of boredom, and at the top of this page I have written, "Laughing homosexuals."
What's that from?
I have no idea. Absolutely no idea what that means, where that's from.
It sounds like it must be a
Sounds like it must be something.
quote or something.
Yeah.
You wouldn't just write "laughing homosexuals" on the,
I mean, it
the
had to
margins
be
of our book.
Some sort of a joke or something that had come up somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, Cori's dying of boredom, as am I. I almost left a foot in the air when I saw Bran coming towards me. "Bran!" I cried, jumping off the hay bale and leaping towards him.
Way to send mixed fucking messages.
I know, right? Jesus Christ. Last time you saw him, you were all like, "Bran,
away from me!
don't touch me.
Ew.
Ew, gross." Now it's like, "Bran!"
My best friend!
His eyebrows lifted in surprise. Hello, Cori." He smiled his winning smile, and I blushed. "Hello." I smiled, then stopped, realizing what he must think.
Witty banter! Banter is witty!
No. You're being such a pest today.
Penny, on your bed. Go to bed.
No, that's not that. What if I stood on the table and banged it with my tail?
Back to witty banter.
Hello. I smiled, then stopped, realizing what he must think. "Oh, I was just bored, and I was wondering where you guys were. I haven't seen any of you all morning." I blabbered, then stopped, looking over his shoulder. "Where's Vari?" I asked. Bran blinked at me, then shook his head slightly. "No, look, Cori, I was wondering... I wonder where she is." I frowned. Bran looked frustrated. Why is Cori suddenly like
Chirpy.
fucking airhead?
She's-
like...
She needs to be on medication.
Yeah, she's feeling very bipolar.
Yeah.
Like, she's just suddenly
She's
like...
up, she's down.
And she's like hyperactive.
Yeah.
Like, "Oh my god, where's Vari? I'm gonna
So
she is.
bored.
I'm so bored.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where is this coming from? You've never behaved like this before. drugs or something? I wonder where she is, I frowned. Bran looked frustrated. She'll turn up, Cori, he pointed out, exasperated. I lifted one brow fractionally, confused. Something wrong? I wanted to ask you something, he started again. Now he seemed more relieved than annoyed. Yeah, go ahead, I stumbled, uncertain. So, Vari, oh, shite. I mean, I thought if you were, not busy tonight, if you'd like to go out, have a drink with me or something, he mumbled. With Vari? I asked, confused. He shook his head, his black hair flopping into his brilliant blue eyes. Just us. I went bright red. I looked down sharply, letting my hair obscure my burning features.
She's always got like a grade 3 burn on her.
Oh, 100%.
She's always burning.
And like, at what point is this just your complexion?
I know.
Like,
are you just sunburnt? Like.
Yeah, I suppose. I frowned slightly, then looked up. What did you say about Vari? I asked, breaking through my surprise. It really feels like you're obsessed with Vari.
Yeah.
Like, are we sure she's not the one you want to go on a date
Yeah.
with? Like, Bran looked a little ashamed. Oh, it was her idea. I glowered at him. Very romantic, Bran. For a friendly young man. You're not very good at this. I grumped.
What is going on?
I don't know. I think she tried to avoid calling him a man whore again. So she called him a friendly young man.
Right.
I guess to indicate that for somebody who's apparently very smooth and very good at getting girls.
We've never seen it.
He's not, he's stumbling and stuttering as much as Cori is. I grumped to cover my wave of pleasure.
I don't think that's what
It's not. It's kind of funny though. I think I'm on board with grump.
Yeah, it's
like it kind of it does kind of give that. I mean, it's not like appropriate in this kind of a story, but like a funny comedy story, I can kind of see
I grumped.
how I grumped is kind of it's got a fun connotation.
Yeah.
I hadn't ruined things with him completely. Again, apparently, thanks to Vari. I'd have to remember to thank her. That's different, he retorted, but he looked pleased. Oh, why? I pressed. Bran frowned at me. Just is. So, you want to come? He asked, seeming to need clarification. She said yes.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. I smiled and nodded, not quite trusting myself to speak. He smiled back, the expression lighting up his bright blue eyes, all but obscured by his black fringe. Great. I'll meet you here at, well, I don't know, at dusk? He asked. I nodded again. Mute was best, I figured, in such situations.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to argue with that.
Yeah.
Bran, looking utterly pleased with himself,
10.
grinned widely. I'll see you then. Clearly not wanting to hang around much longer, Bran strode off as quickly as he'd appeared, leaving me alone again. I sighed, chewing my lip. I guessed Vari would be down in the practice with Doc, and I'd disturbed her once while she was working already. Best not to try for two. I tried to think of something to do for the day, but with no sight of even our resident rapist knight to spar with, I had no idea what I was going to do.
It's going to be a long
I mean, I do have to wonder, like, what did she do before all of this? Like, if she's kind of like...
Well, I think originally she worked.
Yeah, she worked in the stables.
She was a maid.
Or a maid. It was, yeah. But fuck, we didn't ever see her doing any maiding, but she talked about working in the stables. Like...
Now she's a princess.
Now she's a princess. She can't do anything. Anyway, we've got a 3 tilde break. there. In the end, I spent the day doing precisely what I usually did. Absolutely nothing. Cool. I spent a good 3 hours...
Oh, we're going to hear about it.
Oh,
Great.
yeah.
Great.
We're going to hear about all the things that she didn't do.
Excellent.
I spent a good 3 hours washing and carefully drying my hair and trying to decide what to wear.
3 hours.
I mean, it's thick.
But-
She did say it's thick.
3 hours.
We should have a shower. She should be washing it in a bucket,
I feel like that's even faster.
then drying it with towels.
Dunk it. And then let it go.
I mean,
And
she's getting ready for a date.
I
She's
suppose.
gonna make it nice.
Grungy was it before?
I spent a good 3 hours washing and carefully drying my hair and trying to decide what to wear. It didn't help that I had no idea if he had asked me to go out with him out of friendship. He kissed you! He kissed you!
Out of friendship.
Out of friendship? Out of friendship, Cori.
Really?
Really? Did he kiss you out of friendship? The fuck is wrong with this girl? Does she have brain damage or something? Like...
I just... It's very annoying.
Yep.
Because, like, you're clearly doing it because you want to hold it back in some way.
Or, like, just give Cori something to fucking do
Think
in this
about,
chapter.
like, I just... Yeah.
And, like, she could have been nervous
Yeah.
in a way that wasn't like, did he only ask me out of friendship or because Vari told him to, or
Yeah.
like, just be nervous for your date like a normal girl. Jesus Christ. I had no idea if he asked me to go out with him out of friendship because Vari had made him, or out of ... something more. I eventually settled on a clean, pale cream tunic and a pair of dark blue breeches. Even with my vain efforts to keep myself busy, I had plenty of time to worry about and dissect Bran.
Dissecting him, eh?
What?
Bring a knife. I wasn't paying attention. Did that not make sense?
No, there's another word. So I've written, even with my vain efforts to keep myself busy, I had plenty of time to worry and dissect Bran.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got a semicolon. And then I've got a word that looks like offer.
What's the rest of the sentence?
That's it.
Oh.
To worry and dissect Bran, semicolon, offer, full stop. Oh, after? Maybe it's after.
Yeah, that
Right.
makes more sense.
Worry and dissect Bran, after.
Still doesn't need a semicolon, but
No, it doesn't.
okay.
And that's definitely not an A. What had Vari told him? How much had she revealed? Did he know about... Here comes rhetorical questions. Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah. Here we go.
What had Vari told him? How much had she revealed? Did he know about my pathetic delusions? Delusions?
What?
That's not how you spell delusions. I've spelled it as illusions, but with a D at the front.
Delusions.
Delusion. I was like, that's not a word. And I was like, wait, no, do I mean delusions?
Delulu.
Did he think I was crazy? Okay, what delusions are we talking about here?
I don't know.
And
I'm counting. Yeah, I was thinking that. I don't know what delusions. I mean, she has many, but I don't know
what ones in this specific instance?
Yeah. that we were talking to about.
And did he think I was crazy? Why would he think you were crazy? I mean, apart from the obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've then not started a new paragraph, but I have put a bracket to indicate that I wanted to start it.
Yeah.
I should have started a new paragraph. I paced back and forth across my room, anxiously watching as the sun sank towards the horizon at a frustratingly slow pace. If there had been any way of speeding up time, I would have implemented it then.
So would we all.
Yeah. Finally, the sun dropped from the sky, and my writing is like, and spelling
Drop
and
from the
shit is
sky.
getting like
That flat Earth theory is really.
it's really hanging in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Finally, the sun dropped from the sky, and I hurried out of the keep into the courtyard. It was cool outside, but not cold. Gonna have a weather update so you know.
It was cold outside, but not cold.
It was cool, not cold. Bran was waiting for me in the stables, looking marginally less scruffy than usual. I suppose that was a compliment of sorts. He looked anxious until he
Not
saw
the
me.
way you said it. That sounded like an insult.
He looked anxious until he saw me, and then his face lit up. I smiled shyly, only a faint blush colouring my cheeks.
Only a faint one.
Only a faint one. Hello, Bran. I mumbled, glancing. Hello, Bran. Hello, Bran.
Speak up! Honey, what you saying?
Hello, Bran. I mumbled, glancing shyly at him. Hey, Cori. Hey, Cori. He offered his arm to me, and I tucked my hand into his elbow. I know what I mean, but that sounded like it went into his elbow. His skin was warm. Oh, he's wearing a t-shirt, is he?
Well, that's very,
Modern.
modern.
I watched my feet as he led me down to the streets into the city. The light was rapidly fading, but for a change I wasn't afraid. I felt safe with Bran. Why? I wasn't sure. I mean, he's a man.
You're not walking the streets
You're
at
not walking
night.
the streets
It's
at night
yeah,
alone.
that's probably why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vari was probably a better fighter than him.
Oh.
He was a blacksmith after all.
And
Like,
she's just
yeah.
a street rat, like.
Yeah. She hasn't had any fault. You're probably a better fighter
Yes,
than him.
you're the one that's had
You're the one
formal
who's had
training.
yeah. You're the one sparring with the knights.
Oh my god.
But, you know, she gave Vari her sword, so
Oh, that's right.
that Vari could put it under her bed, which is a super useful
Yeah,
place to have a sword. That did a
that
fat lot of
helped
good,
a lot,
didn't it?
didn't it?
Yeah. But there was something comforting about his presence. Something that made me feel like nothing bad could happen while I was with him. That in itself was frightening. I'd never met someone I'd like so instantaneously as I'd liked Bran. I mean, you have a crush.
She's never had a crush before.
I've had a crush. It was strange and unnerving. Did you have a good day? He asked after a moment of comfortable silence.
No, I don't want to go through all this. This is always more painful than the last chapter. I don't want to small talk. Don't make me listen to it. Not when you don't let me fiddle with things.
Did you have a good day? He asked after a moment of companionable silence, or comfortable silence, broken only by the sound of our footsteps. I pulled a face. Not really. It's really boring in the keep without you and Vari, I replied, shaking my head. He laughed softly. Thanks then, I suppose, he chuckled, and I smiled slightly. It's a shame your life is so boring. Cuts down on conversation topics as well.
Sure fucking does.
He continued with a grin. Well, it's not that boring, really. Lots of stuff happens to me, I pointed out.
What?
Well,
You just said.
Just said. It was really boring. Well, it's not that boring, really. Also, I have to note, my handwriting on this page is really, really neat. So I feel like, yeah.
Oh, you're bored.
I would like
you were struggling.
I'm struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's not that boring, really. Lots of stuff happens to me, I pointed out, such as meeting you and Vari, and finding out about my parents, and all sorts of things. Just not the sort of things that I can occupy my days with, I explained. Yeah, about that. Are you all right? He asked cautiously. I sighed. So Vari had divulged my problems. It's not like that, Bran, I said softly. It doesn't bother me. Not usually. Apparently it does. I found myself unable to look at him. No, like, I never thought about it until you... I blushed furiously. Well, yeah, and all of a sudden it was all I could think about. I broke off, shaking my head violently. I'm sorry, Cori, he said softly. I bit my lip. Don't be. It's not your fault, I mumbled.
Speak up.
She's... Bran pulled me to a halt, taking my shoulders and turning me to face him. I realised I had to look up slightly to meet his eyes.
Why is that a sudden realization?
Noticed that he's taller than you? Like...
God, pay attention to the world, my girl.
Right? Just because she's always looking around. His dark brows were drawn together over his blue eyes. I took a deep breath, finally letting myself meet his eyes. You're safe now, Cori, he said gently. I snorted. Sure, because now we know that our secret attacker is a strong and powerful knight, I muttered darkly. Oh, so Cori is now leaping to the assumption that Cain also attacked her, which I feel like has never been mentioned before.
Yes.
Like, I don't feel like there was ever, like, a link made between Cori's attack and Vari seeing Cain.
Yeah, no.
Like, that seems to have just suddenly appeared out of nowhere.
Well, I do remember, and we were planning this, that, the whole serial thing came later. So,
right.
I think we're, like, we're retconning, basically, as we go. Yeah.
But, like... Yeah, I mean, like, whatever. I don't care. I just don't care. You're safe now, Cori, he said gently. I snorted. Sure, because now we know that our secret attacker is a strong, powerful knight, I muttered darkly. But you've got friends now. He smiled and brushed his fingers across my cheek. I shook my head. And enemies. I'm sorry, Bran. I guess I'm ruining your night. I sighed. Just, like, let him... He's asking if you're okay because he tried to kiss you and you had a fucking panic attack. Like, and then you're like, ooh, I'm so sad, ruining your night. Just be normal. I sighed. He laughed. Sure, alright. Come on then.
What? I'm sorry. What? Did I black out? What?
She said, and enemies. I'm sorry, Bran. I guess I'm ruining your night. And he said, sure, alright. Come on then. And laughed.
Okay.
Like the super normal person he is.
That doesn't make sense, but okay.
No, it doesn't. He took my hand again and led me down the street. I didn't pay much attention to where we were heading until we passed through the gates and out into the rest of the world.
Oh my lord!
Oh my god!
I can show you the world.
The rest... What a wild way to say that!
Shining, shimmering, splendid.
Out into the... through the gates and out into the rest of the world.
Into that flat world. To be fair, she's probably only been outside the gates like 3 times.
It certainly seems that way. I hesitated. Where are we going? I finally asked. You'll see, he promised.
Surely, I mean, okay. Not to sound like you, but from the keep.
Yep.
All the way.
Yep. To
Through
Citadel gates.
the Citadel.
Yep. The whole city.
Out of the gates.
The World Trade Center.
That would have had to have taken at least an hour.
You'd think.
At least.
Yeah.
Like, conservatively.
Yeah.
Like, if you were running. Like, like, this is a city.
Yeah.
Lest we forget.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like we're treating it like...
You can't even, like, you can barely walk from one end of Lithgow to the other in an hour. Like...
Yeah, even as a medieval city.
Yeah.
I
just doxed myself. We'll bleep that out.
I mean, I don't think it was a problem until you said that you doxed yourself.
No.
We grew up in Lithgow.
The town.
Yeah, I feel like we're treating it like a castle.
Yeah.
Which, like, the keep is a castle. That's small.
But
like a medieval city.
Yeah.
Big.
Very big.
Yeah. Like, even, like...
Hundreds of people live there.
Yeah. I mean, if we imagine, like, you know, I don't know, what a major trade center during the medieval periods. London?
Yeah. You can't walk
There's no
from one
way
end
you
to the
can
other
walk
in an
from
hour.
one end of medieval London to the other
No.
in an hour. Like,
And it sounds like this happened in the span of their very
Their little
shitty, short little
annoying
conversation.
little conversation.
Like,
Yep. And also, like, I mean, we don't know where they're going yet, but
it was just attacked, for starters. Should you be leaving the safety of the Citadel?
exactly, should you be leaving the city? And like, I don't feel like there's anything out there.
No, we've never said there was. I mean, it's pretty
There's a
views.
beach,
Yeah, maybe it's like
hills.
candlelight picnic, something like that.
like, has he
Something-
prepared this ahead of
something
time?
romantic.
Like,
Yeah, I would
he
assume
doesn't
so.
seem to be carrying, like, I don't know, a picnic basket or
Maybe-
anything.
Maybe it's already there.
So he walked all the way out of the city, set up
Well, it
A
took Cori
picnic
3 hours to wash her hair, so
on a random hill.
he had time.
Yeah, but like, there's other people around. Like, he just left his picnic sitting on some
Put a
random.
sign there, please don't touch this. It's for my date.
So dumb. So dumb. You'll see, he promised, towing me forwards. I paused again, but sighed and followed, smiling slightly to myself. He led me on a
The sigh.
I know. I'm trying not to because I end up editing them out, but I'm just so bored. He led me up a steep, narrow path that wound up the side of the cliff, not pausing or seeming at any time to lose track of it, even in the dark. I was panting by the time I reached the top of the rocky outcrop. I had to admit, it was a mind-blowing view. Stretched out before me was the ocean, wide and dark, crashing in foamy white waves against the walls and cliff faces of the citadel. The water reflected the starry night sky, a light breeze ruffling the moon's pale twin. I gasped, and not only because I was unfit and winded.
Mood. That's when you're like, you know when you walk up a flight of stairs and you're trying to hide the fact how out of breath you are. You're like,
The rocky outcrop we climbed onto was crested with soft green grass. I covered my mouth with one hand. Bran was all I could manage. Bran! He chuckled, though I couldn't see his expression in the
Well,
dark.
it's just a view, isn't it?
Yep.
A view that she's seen
Probably better.
from her castle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the castle that looks out over the very same view.
Yeah.
Yep. And I've written some song lyrics in
Imagine.
Now I don't need sleep to dream. This is Space They Cannot Touch. That's Kate Mulhakey.
Yeah, Kate Mulhakey.
That song, ooh, that's got some feels on it.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh, angsty teenage. My angsty teenage self. God.
that took you back.
Really taking me back.
Took you back where it shouldn't
I'm
have.
having some PTSD flashbacks about that song. It was kind of given to me by my first boyfriend in high school. It was very cringy and gross. Okay. Bran was all I could manage. He chuckled, though I couldn't see his expression in the dark. He's probably smiling, if he's chuckling, Cori. I thought you'd like it. I felt him take my hand and gently pull me down to the soft embrace of grass. He put his arm around my waist, and I rested my head on his shoulder. There's no picnic, though. They're just sitting on the grass.
It's just a view.
Just a view.
Put a
looking
little more
at...
effort into it, buddy.
Yeah, come on. At least bring some cheese or something. I don't know how long we sat there. Comfortable in silence, simply content in each other's company. I should have been cold, uncomfortable. The ground was hard, the air chilly, but I barely noticed. I could only feel the warmth of Bran's solid body beside me. I realized I was smiling to myself as I watched the moon climb slowly out of its watery bed, crawling up the sky. For the first time in a while, I felt happy. Not just content, but really, truly happy.
Because
Because she's sitting on a grassy
no,
hilltop
with a
with a
boy.
boy, looking at the moon. Romantic.
So nice.
It was like everything was finally coming together. Oh my god. He's just a boy. Jesus. I'd met my father and didn't hate him or blame him. I had Bran, clearly not indifferent to me, even if he didn't reciprocate my feelings precisely.
What the fuck, girl? Oh my god.
You are on a date with him right now. He is cuddling you and looking at a romantic view.
What?
Why? Why would you think that he didn't reciprocate your feelings?
I don't...
What is
What
damage?
What's the narrative ploy here? Like, what purpose does this serve?
Nothing except to give Cori something to angst about.
She's got plenty to angst about. She doesn't need more.
I know. But apparently she does. I had Vari, as solid and steadfast a friend as anyone could wish for, even if a little prickly at times. I could recognize my problems, and with my friends, I thought I could probably cope with them. I didn't feel lost or broken or scared anymore. I simply felt complete.
Oh.
And at the top of this page, written in very fancy text, juxtaposition, which that word has baggage for us.
That has baggage
That has
for
baggage.
That is, it's, I wonder if it was around this time.
It probably was.
Yeah, so we went on an excursion. Was
Yes.
it to the zoo?
No, Cockatoo Island.
Cockatoo Island. We went
Yeah.
on an excursion to Cockatoo Island.
Yeah.
And I don't know, were we chosen to write
I
the
think so.
article?
Yeah.
For the newspaper.
Newsletter. School newsletter. Yeah.
So we wrote the article
Yeah.
and gave it to them,
Yeah.
and they published it. And then when we read it, they had edited it and
Yes.
removed the word
Juxtaposition.
juxtaposition to say the new and old
Side by side.
Which, if only there was a word.
A word for that.
A word for
A
that.
word that meant that.
I know.
We're not
We
salty
were-
about it at all.
Why would they do that? It was for the parents.
Exactly.
Like, it's not like we were writing for kindergarten people who wouldn't know what juxtaposition is. If we knew what juxtaposition
Exactly.
was, surely the parents would.
Yeah. We are absolutely not upset about
No.
this 20 years later.
No, this has not stuck with us all this time. We were so
We were so mad.
So mad.
We were so mad.
But it's just such a weird thing to do.
It's so dumb.
like,
And
clearly we used the word correctly
we
because
did.
you replaced the word with the meaning of the word.
Yeah.
So, like, why?
Why did you dumb us down?
No.
Let's go high.
Oh no, we can't know that they're smart. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, we were filthy.
we were so
Absolutely
we still
filthy.
are.
Still are. Absolutely still filthy. And I can only imagine that
I
that
find
is
out
why
who
that,
was responsible for that.
Oh, we're rocking up at the high school, like, do you remember?
Pitchforks.
Pitchforks, yeah. So I can only imagine that that is why the
It would have to be.
juxtaposition is written at the top of this page,
Yeah.
because, like, there's literally no other reason.
Yeah.
And the only reason we would be writing that particular word was because we were so mad about it.
Yes.
It's in very fancy. I wrote it very fancy. Yeah. Anyway,
Moving on, that's our story.
moving right along.
Of when we got censored for using good language.
I've never been so mad about something in my entire life.
This is so stupid.
We were fuming.
Of all the things to edit.
I know. And did not ask us.
No. We didn't find out until we read it. And we were like, that's
Not
what we said.
And it sounds bad.
yeah.
Like it did. It
The new and
old
old
new
side by side.
I love that we both remember the exact.
Yeah,
word.
I know. We clearly thought about this. It really stuck with us.
We were in like what, year 9? Year 10?
Yeah, I think you're 10.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Juxtaposition. You know what? To this day,
When we're not finished.
I cannot hear that word without
Without
thinking
thinking
about
of that.
fucking newsletter.
It's ruined my life.
I've never in my life read the word juxtaposition without
not
thinking of that.
Uh-huh. 100%.
Yeah.
Cannot use that word anymore.
No.
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 It's too much trauma
It's too
attached
much
to it.
trauma. God. So funny. We were the worst. I closed my eyes, sighing softly. Are you happy? Bran asked quietly, as if he'd read my thoughts. I smiled. Uh-huh. I agreed.
Witty banter! Banter is witty!
Uh-huh. I agreed. Too lazy to form proper words or sentences. You're not worried about all the awful things I can do to you out here in the dark, alone?
Well, now I am.
Yeah. Jesus, Bran. Whoa, way to make it weird. He asked, his tone light and mocking. I snorted softly, raising myself from my comfortable apathy. Yes.
What? Apathy is the opposite of what you're feeling right now.
It's comfortable apathy.
That's not a thing.
It is now.
I comfortably don't give a shit about anything.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know. Yes, I'm terrified. Blacksmiths scare me witless, I muttered dryly. Bran laughed. You never know. The most unassuming fellow could be the most dangerous, he warned me.
Why are you trying
To scare her?
to convince that's... I mean, what?
Yeah. Why is this happening?
Someone who has trauma.
Trauma around this.
What,
Yeah.
Why? What do you do?
Yeah.
What?
Do you want her to ever let you kiss her?
Yeah.
Because
This is
that's
not
not how you do
it.
it. No. I don't think you could rape anyone if your life depended on it, I retorted. You're probably right. Probably?
Probably?
Bran? Probably?
Maybe? If you really push came to shove, maybe?
Probably? Jesus Christ. You're probably right. He kissed the top of my head lightly, and I was glad the darkness hid my blush.
How romantic.
I know. So romantic.
What the fuck? I can't even.
It's getting worse. Is it getting worse?
It's getting
I feel
worse.
like it's getting worse.
It's getting worse.
Ready to go home? Sure, I murmured, drinking in one last desperate glance.
Please
Desperate?
Let's go home.
One last desperate glance at the scenery before I let him
You can
pull-
look out your window and see it any time.
You live here.
Yeah.
You live here.
Yeah.
Before I let him pull me to my feet. We made the journey back to the Citadel in silence. Thank
journey.
fuck. Each of us wrapped in our own thoughts. I paused as we passed a familiar street. I could see the sign outside the front of the practice in the dim light of the moon. It wasn't that late, and I really wanted to make sure Vari was all right. She doesn't live there. Why would you, at the?
She works there, I suppose. So maybe she's.
It's late though. She lives in the keep, the stables.
I suppose she wasn't there when she left. And
Well, she didn't look for her this afternoon. She looked for her this morning. And she works mornings with Doc, and afternoons at the stable. I'm pretty sure.
no,
There's
I
been
think
the
it,
pattern
var-
established.
it varies. 'Cause when she was talking to Dude, she was like, "I've got the early shift tomorrow at the stable." So I think it varies.
Well, she didn't show up for that then, did she?
No.
I just don't think that there is any reason for Cori to assume that Vari is there at this time of night. That's all. Also, I don't know if Cori knows where the practice is. I don't think she's ever been there. So it's not a familiar
But
street.
I mean, she's lived there all her life, and clearly there's only like 3 streets in the Citadel. So
I really wanted to make sure Vari was all right. Oh. Okay. Sorry, that sentence continues despite the fact that it feels like it shouldn't. It wasn't that late, and I really wanted to make sure Vari was all right, ... And I owed her a huge thank you. I was like, what? Do you mind if we make a short detour? I asked Bran. He looked surprised, but nodded.
It's not a detour, it's right there.
It's right there. Sure, of course. Now I led the way down the street and up the 3 steps to the door and knocked sharply. I bit my lip, shifting from foot to foot as I waited. I heard shuffling footsteps and the door opened. The doctor looked a little startled. Hello. I'm sorry if I woke you. I was just looking for Vari. The doctor gave us a grave look and frowned. I think you'd better come in. My blood ran cold. He led us into a small waiting room, but I couldn't see my surroundings. My gaze...
What?
She couldn't see her surroundings.
Is there no lights on?
And how do you know it was a waiting room if you couldn't see it? He led us into a small waiting room, but I couldn't see my surroundings, my gaze fixed on the doctor. Is she all right? I asked desperately. I dimly sensed Bran squeezing my hand. The doctor's frown deepened, and he hesitated worryingly before replying. She will be. Eventually. His tone was grim. My breath caught in my throat in a shocked sob. I was barely aware of Bran's question, spoken in a voice hard with anger.
I just... Like... I don't know. Just like the 0 to 100.
Oh,
the,
yeah.
The like... like immediately, like she doesn't even know what happened. She could have tripped and fallen down the stairs for all she knows.
Exactly. Yeah.
And she's like, I can't see. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like you could be worried.
Yeah.
You know, obviously the doctor is being quite concerning here.
Yes.
But like, you don't. You just like take a breath. My breath caught in my throat in a shocked sob. I was barely aware of Bran's question, spoken in a voice hard with anger. What happened? He asked in a tone that suggested he'd guessed, like I had, what fate had befallen Vari. And so we're just leaping to conclusions here.
Yeah.
The doctor paused, frowned, then sighed. She was raped.
Yeah, well.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Even though I was ready for the words, they didn't quite make sense when I first heard them.
What?
The confirmation of my fears was even worse than I thought it would be.
So it did make sense.
Yeah. The thought of Vari, alone and terrified as some...
Body?
Nope. The thought of Vari, alone, terrified as some... Kane? Bran's furious query broke into my thoughts. I literally didn't finish my internal sentence because Bran broke into my thoughts. Oh, Jesus Christ, this is so hard to read.
Yeah, no kidding.
I realised I was leaning against the wall, all my limbs trembling, wave after wave of hot, salty tears pouring over my cheeks.
Oh my God, honey. I know. I mean, it just
feels like a bit of an overreaction.
Yeah.
Like...
I mean, like, and it's awkward because, like, it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
But, like...
I know, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Like...
It's performative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like, you'd kind of be, like, you know, like, shocked. Like, oh my God, that, you know, that's horrible.
Yeah. And there's probably some sort of PTSD as well, but
yeah.
it doesn't generally present like that.
It waves of tears.
Yes.
Like waves.
Like
she's like hysterically sobbing.
Yeah.
Slumped against the wall.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
You know. And I could see you crying, like maybe when she's speaking to Vari.
Yeah. Sorry, my phone just going through.
Is it recording?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I could see her like crying when she's speaking to Vari.
Yeah.
You know.
Getting a bit choked up and
having an
and even getting choked up here, but yeah, like the hysterical, like sobbing, breaking down is a bit much.
It's a lot.
It's trying, it gives, and you see this happening a lot in like even, particularly in Penny, in romantic in general, where they're trying to elicit the emotion from you by telling you how distraught it is.
How distraught the character is.
Yeah, and they're trying to like make you feel that by like
making it a massive reaction.
And really you're just reading it like like I don't feel it.
No.
I don't believe it.
No.
Yeah.
It's a hard thing to do.
It's inauthentic.
To elicit a reaction from your readers, but just going bigger is like that's
very
not
rarely works.
the answer.
No.
Yeah. Wave after wave of hot, salty tears pouring over my cheeks. I may never have noticed the stiff, weary frame in the shadowy corner had he not moved sharply at Bran's accusation. Oh, Kane's here. I dimly recognised the haggard, filthy face as Kane's, with a strangely wary set to it, his jaw tight and rigid. I numbly turned my gaze away from him, suddenly uncaring. What could be right in a world where Vari could be so brutally attacked? There's a lot to unpack in that. I feel like if you think Kane is a rapist and you've just heard that Vari has been raped and Kane is standing in the room with you, is uncaring the response?
Is that what she said?
Yes. She said, blah, 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 filthy face is Kane's, with a strangely wary set to it, his jaw tight and rigid. I numbly turned my gaze away from him, suddenly uncaring.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, what?
I thought like an outburst was going to follow. Like she didn't care that she was like going to be doing something stupid. But no, she just doesn't care.
She just doesn't care.
Okay.
Because the next thing she says is, what could be right in a world where Vari could be so brutally attacked?
Okay.
But you would, Bran assumes, obviously, that it was Kane.
And I'm as I understand it, so does Cori.
Yeah. So, why are you just
if he was there, you'd be like, the fuck you doing?
Yeah, exactly. You'd be like, what the fuck did you do?
Yeah.
Ain brought him here. He found her after she was attacked.
Did you come in halfway through that?
I did. The doctor was saying with a frown as I forced my mind back into the conversation. The conversation that doesn't seem to have progressed. Like Bran said Kane.
Yeah.
And then Cori has tuned back in at Kane brought him here.
Yeah.
So like you didn't actually miss anything.
No. You missed a cut.
Yeah. The doctor was saying with a frown as I forced my mind back into the conversation. I took huge hiccuping breath, dizziness beginning to set in as I quietly panicked in the corner.
Quietly? It ain't quiet, sunshine.
Just having a panic attack. After he was done with her, Bran's sharp accusation brought Kane's head snapping around, though he, of everyone, was the only one to even glance in my direction.
Who? What?
So, this is such a weird situation. So Kane is just standing there. Brooding.
Yep.
Cori is having a panic attack in the corner.
Yep.
Bran and the Doc are talking. So Bran goes, Kane. Doc goes, she was raped. Bran goes, Kane. Kane steps forward. The Doc goes, Kane brought her here he found her after she was attacked.
Yeah.
Bran goes after he was done with her.
Yeah.
Kane has said nothing. Kane is just standing there.
Well, he's probably like, he's brooding.
But more pertinently, this is very funny to me. So Bran's sharp accusation brought Kane's head snapping around, though he, of everyone, was the only one to even glance in my direction. I suddenly had trouble seeing him as the rapist.
Oh.
Because he looked at you? Because he's the only one not ignoring your panic attack?
Maybe.
Is that like, I don't know if that makes we know that he's not a rapist, but I don't feel like that disqualifies him from being a rapist.
No. It smacks of like, as a young writer, not being able to not influence your characters and their thoughts when you know what's going on but the character doesn't. Almost like it's like you're having trouble not influencing Cori now that we know that.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, and it was similar with Vari's flip-flopping in the previous chapter. Like, she was like, he's going to attack me any second. Maybe he's not a rapist. He's going to attack me any second.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not a rapist. He's chasing me down the street.
Yeah.
Like, it is that kind of, like, flip-floppy kind of attitude. Yeah. The doctor was looking between the pair, utterly confused, as Kane snapped. What? He stepped forward, drawing himself up to his full, impressive height. I mean, is Kane surprised that Bran and Cori think that he's a rapist when he knows that Vari thought he was a rapist and he knows that Cori and Bran are Vari's friends? Like, I don't feel like Kane gets the right to be, like, shocked at this.
No, me neither.
Bran backed up a pace before Kane's glare. Don't act innocent, knight. We know as well as He faltered slightly before continuing. Vari, that this is all you're doing. I did nothing, Kane hissed, seething. I did nothing!
Jesus, alright.
Caps lock.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, it would get kind of old.
I believe in Kane on this. Like, poor Kane has rescued 2 girls.
I know.
And
that we know of.
that we know of.
Like, it sounds like he just walks the street at night.
Rescuing girls.
damsels.
Yeah, exactly. And all he got for trouble was being accused of being rapist.
Yeah.
The doctor stepped between them. Bran snarled something under his breath. Now, just hold on a second. I forced myself to stand up straight. Vari had always helped me. Now I had to help her. I had to be strong. For her.
Yeah.
The martyr.
Yeah. Right.
Bran, stop it! I snapped, trying to ignore the tremor in my voice. Tremor spelled wrong.
That's the least of the problems with this.
I feel like my spelling's getting worse. This isn't the time to be accusing people. I scrubbed at my face with my hands. Please, doctor, can I see her?
Please, can I see her? Okay. Like, it's clear we didn't actually think about what we were doing.
No, absolutely not.
I scrubbed at my face. Please, can I see her? Like,
what are you doing?
Why?
It was like the one where Kane put both of his hands on one hip, or like
like what
is happening? Please, doctor, can I see her? Even as much as I wanted to escape the tension of that small room, I needed to see Vari. Kane turned away with a soft snort, his hand pressed to his brow. Doc gave us all suspicious. It's rough. Doc gave us all suspicious looks before turning back to me. You can. Just you, though. She's in shock. You won't get a lot of sense from her. He warned me, and I felt cold all over. But I took a deep breath, scrubbing at my tears fiercely. Also felt wrong.
She's gonna like be red raw. What if she's always bright red? She's like clawing at her face all the time.
Scrubbing at my tears fiercely and sniffing. Words seemed to stick in my throat. This is so awful, I whispered finally. Bran was sulking in the corner now, opposite to Kane, who turned towards me. Vari's a strong girl. She'll get through it. His voice was soft and oddly comforting. And you have written at the top of this page, you're an idiot.
Oh.
I got page number count wrong.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you did it in the last chapter as well.
I can't count.
Yeah. The numbers are there.
I actually think that I have dyscalculia. Like, I am so bad. The problem is, like, I would have looked at the number and I would have gone 72 and then turned the page and immediately forgotten what number I'd said.
I mean, I do that too, but
I would have had to turn the page back and forth like 8 times to remember it. And still got it wrong. Anyway. His voice was soft and oddly comforting. I nodded mutely as the doctor smiled at me. When you're ready, I'll take you up. He gave Bran and Kane a wary look. I ignored Bran, but I paused as I came past Kane. I'm sorry for judging you, I said softly, thinking we must look as awful as each other. So she's
yeah, he's forgiven.
He's forgiven.
Yeah, we know he's a good guy now.
Yeah.
For reasons.
Yeah, don't know how, but we do. I mean, I suppose if he had raped her, he probably
wouldn't be hanging
still be hanging around.
Yeah,
would have brought her there. I mean, we could have made that point the first time this happened.
Yeah.
But it took twice. I'm sorry for judging you, I said softly, thinking we must look as awful as each other. Kane just gave me a slight smile and a nod before vanishing into another room. I paused, steeling myself, then looked at the doctor. I'm ready, I said softly. I wasn't sure what I had been expecting, but it was not the sight of Vari, wonderful, strong-willed, tough Vari, curled on the bed, her knees pulled into her chest, staring at the wall. It took me a moment to regain my fragile composure before I could speak. Vari? I said softly, hesitating in the doorway. It's Cori. She looked blankly in my general direction, blinking once, before turning back to the wall. I felt empty, cold. All the happiness of the evening seemed like a pale and faded dream as I sat down on the edge of the bed, combing her hair gently back from her face. Oh, Toria, Vari, I whispered, feeling on the verge of tears again. It almost hurt physically to see the bruises and scraped on her skin. It wasn't Kane, she whispered brokenly. No. She started to cry, her tears silent. I had to fight back tears of my own. I know, I whispered, taking her limp hand in my own, not sure how to help. I'm so sorry, Vari. I'm so sorry I wasn't there for you. Oh, Toria, Vari, I'm so sorry. I sobbed, unable to force the tears back any longer. I'm so sorry. End of chapter. Yep. So Cori's about a bad friend as
we expected.
As we could have expected,
we
you
knew
know.
she was going to do that.
Yep.
Basically making it
all about her.
Yeah. Somehow.
And not in a way of like, oh, we have a shared experience.
No, that's like, that would almost be understandable.
Right, that would be valid.
Yeah.
To be like, you know, like, yes, like, obviously, you know, like, I didn't actually get raped, but like,
still
you know,
attacked.
Still, you know, I have been sexually assaulted.
Yeah.
And like, you know, you could have been reflecting on, you know, I know how Vari must feel, like, you know.
You could offer support.
Say like.
Commiserations.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, she freaks out because she wasn't there.
I'm so empty. So cold inside.
What? It's not all about you.
No. No, it's not.
Yeah.
But she wants it so badly to be.
Yeah.
All about her.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oy.
Bad date. Lame date.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad date. It was just a lame date. It wasn't even a date. They just went and like sat on a hill.
He didn't even bring a bottle of wine.
No, they didn't have dinner. They barely talked.
No,
except for the part where Bran was like, "Are you sure I'm not a rapist?" Like,
well, yeah, and was like, probably not.
Yeah. You go hedging our bets on that one.
Yeah, great, cool, amazing. What a romantic, like, yeah, and like again, it's so like telly, like Cori's sitting there telling us that she feels happy and that she feels content and that complete, and you know, it's like, well, show us something to indicate that. Anything at all. Anything at all would be great.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, it wasn't as bad as I thought.
I feel like the worst is probably going to come in Vari's chapter.
Yeah, that's true.
Because then we're going to be back in her point of view.
Who knows? Maybe she'll repress the shit out of it as well.
I'm fine.
Yeah, we won't have to deal with it. That'd be good.
Yeah. Good dream.
Yeah. We might get lucky.
I feel like having sort of gone the whole hog, as it were, I feel like we're probably going to milk it for all it's worth.
Yeah. Commit to it.
Yeah. Unfortunately. But I mean, at least, like, obviously she's still being super dumb about it, but at least Cori and Bran seem to be progressing their relationship.
Yeah.
Like, it's stupid, but
it's going.
At least, you know, they've had a date and they cuddled.
Yes.
You know.
And now clearly Vari and Kane will as well.
Yes, it seems like that misunderstanding nonsense is over.
Yeah.
And, you know, they seem to be admitting.
And there was a war.
Yeah.
2 chapters ago.
Yeah. Never mind about that.
Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that. We're not interested in that. We don't care about the war.
Don't worry about that.
The war only happens when we need to have Vari do some doctoring.
Yeah.
That
when we need to kill some bitches.
Yeah, that seems to be the only purpose that the war serves.
I assume now that we have more to do with Kane, there'll probably be a bit more to do with the war, maybe. Because he'll be off doing.
Seems so optimistic of you to think that.
I do remember there being more to do with the war. I remember a couple of plot points about it, so I think it does come back.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
I do. I do remember things. I oddly enough, like they're quite fond memories.
Oh, gross.
Like not fond, but like, oh yeah, I think we did a good job of that. Obviously we didn't.
Obviously not.
No. But it was like I do remember a big to do.
Interesting. This is the last story that I have no memories of. I remember the next few quite well.
I'm very patchy in all of them.
Yeah, no, I remember the next few. I could probably tell you what happens in most of them. Not like the nitty-gritty details, obviously, but like the big picture stuff. But This one, I've got nothing.
No.
I remembered literally nothing.
No.
Little bits come back to me here and there.
Yeah.
Like, I remember the right plot, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea where this is going.
It's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah, clearly. Yeah, I mean, we're up to page 278.
This is book 2, isn't it?
This is book 2, yeah.
Out of 4, I think we said.
Yeah, something like that. Not even halfway, lads.
Oh boy! Aren't you guys lucky?
Yay!
Yay.
Cool. Okay, well, I guess we'll find out how angsty Vari's chapter is going to be next time.
Woo!
Yay!
Can't wait. Alright, well.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we are moving on to the part of the podcast called What We Read, where we talk about the books that we've been reading. What you been reading?
So I have been reading a non-fiction book.
Mm-hmm. So many non-fiction books.
So this one is The ADHD Advantage by Anders Hansen. Anders Hansen. And it was alright. So I am recently diagnosed-ish on the it's complicated, but recently diagnosed ADHD, and so naturally,
as if we didn't know that.
I know,
but,
yeah.
You know,
Reading
it's official now.
more and more. I'm reading back. I'm just like, oh, so clear. And anyway, I'll talk about that later. And then, so yes, what was I saying?
You're recently diagnosed with ADHD.
Yes. And so, as is ADHD fashion, I then became very hyper-focused on researching everything possible to do with ADHD. And this book was one of the first that I came across and that I bought. And I thought it was just interesting because it was like, you know, the positive side of ADHD. And I was like, well, I could do a little bit of positivity. And it was alright. It didn't really land, largely because the ADHD within the book really focuses on your very stereotypical ADHD.
You mean men?
Yes, really focusing on the hyperactivity,
Yeah.
whereas a lot of women have more inattentive traits. I don't think he even mentioned inattentive ADHD. So it was all about hyperactivity, and all of the studies that he talked about were
men?
studies done on young boys.
Yep.
Of
course.
All of his examples, like his anecdotes, men.
Yeah.
There was one...
Women don't get ADHD.
No,
don't
there was
you know?
one woman who had ADHD in his very last example, and she had a very, very like masculine presentation of ADHD. Like she had your stereotypical hyperactive ADHD, which is very uncommon in women. So
sounds about right.
Yeah. So yeah, didn't really. I didn't really relate to any of it. The beginning was interesting in that he did sort of delve into like the history of ADHD and, you know, where it comes from, and how they've linked it to specific dopamine receptors in your brain, and basically, like, once upon a time, ADHD wasn't necessarily a disorder, but just another type of brain that was actually quite important back in the day, because without people with ADHD, like, the human race probably wouldn't have traveled as far as it did. Because they're not content with just sitting, they have to get out and move, and so it was the ADHD, the dopamine receptors who was looking for change, were the ones that largely driving the parasitic spread of the human race. So
the better or for worse.
Yeah, exactly, the better or for worse. And so basically it was like, you know, ADHD, the only reason it's a problem now is because the environment has changed, and so it's not as useful anymore. So like that was interesting, didn't really help, but it was interesting. So that's about it, really. It wasn't super, I think, and like the other thing, like I would be less annoyed by it if it was an old book,
right?
But it was only published like 5 years ago. Oh, a bit more than that, 2017. But even so, like,
Yeah.
it's a relatively new book.
Yeah.
I feel like even if you didn't want
You
to
should
write about it,
Acknowledge that women exist.
literally, yeah, exactly.
And their experiences may not be the same as your experience.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. And he also had this weird take that like you only have ADHD if you struggle with it. So like, if it's not destroying your life, then you don't have ADHD. And I'm like, that's not how that works. Like you can have ADHD and still have your shit together.
Yeah.
Hopefully. But that doesn't, just because you're coping and you've managed to work around it, doesn't mean that you don't have ADHD.
Yeah.
You still have it.
Yeah. It's not...
It doesn't go away.
I was going to say, like...
The dopamine receptors are still
yeah, exactly.
dysfunctional.
Like
or
it is still
they're still
different.
Yeah. Like...
Yeah. Like the actual neuro... Receptors don't just go away if you are coping with it. That's such a weird thing to say.
Yeah, it was that, and yeah, it was really weird. So I was like, I don't know. So yeah, it was. Yeah. Thankfully, it wasn't very long.
Yeah.
So it took not long to get through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. What about you?
Okay, so my book this week is called Axiom's End by Lindsay Ellis. It is a sci-fi. Yeah, I mean, it's technically, yeah, it's got aliens in it, so yeah, it's a sci-fi. A sci-fi set on Earth. It's like recent historical, like
90s,
like early 2000s, I think, from memory. I can't remember.
Call that historical?
2010? I don't know. Well, it was set well before it was published, put it that way. So like it's not like it was published in like the early 2000s. It was published in like, you know, the past couple of years, but it was set, you know, like 20 years before, like recent historical. Like it's not contemporary to when it was published. I don't know. Anyway, that's not really the most important thing about the book. I just thought it was interesting that it was like, you know, it was sort of published, it was sort of written in not like modern times.
2010 was hardly the Dark Ages.
No, but it was kind of, I mean, I think it may have been early 2000s. I don't remember. But it, you know, it was like
that was 25 years ago.
Yeah, and it's like it impacts because it's like not everybody has a mobile phone, and like you know, like it does have an impact on the story. I've become a silhouette. I can't show you her face. So it's a sci-fi. I actually picked this book up because Lindsay Ellis used to be a booktuber.
I was going to say, I thought it sounded like indie. Like, I've got indie in my head for some reason. I don't know why.
I'm not sure if she indie published it or I feel like it was trad published.
Okay.
But she was a booktuber before Book Talk was a thing.
Yeah.
And I used to really enjoy. She used to talk a lot about like drama in the romance community and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I used to really enjoy her videos, and then people were horrible to her and she quit.
That's the way it goes.
Yep. But I really like her, and I remember towards the end of her sort of YouTube channel that she published this book, and I had always been meaning to read it, but I never had got my hands on it. So I was quite interested to read it, and it was really, really good.
Oh, cool.
I really enjoyed it. It's basically about a girl who is the daughter of a like conspiracy theorist, but like he's like right about the conspiracies.
So it's not really a conspiracy then, is it, if it's true?
I guess. Well, I mean, it still is a conspiracy. It's just like not a conspiracy in the like crazy conspiracy theorist kind of way.
Right,
like a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Still,
it's his thing. Yeah.
The theorist makes it sound.
Yes. Yeah.
Like the crazy.
Yeah, it's not really theory anymore. It's practical.
It is a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yes.
Aliens.
Yeah.
Aliens. Earth here.
Yeah.
Have been here, you know, for a long time. Area 51. That kind of vibes. But this girl is sort of estranged from her father because, you know, basically he's an asshole. And, you know, has sort of manipulated and used the family to make himself sort of this famous truther kind of thing. And she meets one of the aliens who she calls ampersand, which I just think is such a, I don't know, just a delightful name for an alien. It's just very cute. Anyway, basically this story about this sort of, this girl and this alien, real found family vibes. I love ampersand. He's such a cool character. Very interesting in the way that sort of when you have like a story that involves aliens and humans, it's kind of like the temptation is to make the aliens very human, so that they're kind of like relatable.
Yeah.
But I think she does a really good job of making the aliens relatable enough that you can connect with them as characters and that you sort of feel for their plight and their situation, but they are very much not human.
Yeah.
But then there's a little bit of like maybe becoming a little bit more human.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, juicy. Love it. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. I had no idea what to expect when I went into it. Because I picked it up not because I knew anything about the book, but because I wanted to read Lindsay Ellis's book. And so I went into it with zero expectation, zero thoughts about, I had no idea what it was about, except that like roughly sci-fi. And yeah, I had a really good time. I really, really liked ampersand. I really liked the way the aliens were done. And it was sci-fi in a way that was very accessible. There was a bit of sciencey stuff, but like not enough that, not overwhelming.
Like what I read.
Yeah, too much science. And yeah, just a really interesting story, and really great characters and really well written, and yeah, I really recommend it. I had a really good time with it. It was a little slow to get going, but if you want to read it, I say persevere. Push through, the first, 50 to 100 pages are a little slow, but once it gets cracking, it really, really gets cracking. And yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Cool. Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool. That's it.
That's it.
Talk to us.
Do you want to do the book fair thing?
Sure.
Yeah.
So if you listen every week, which I hope you do, you of course know that we are planning to go to book fair in February next year. It is in Melbourne at the Convention Centre. Book Fair Australia is super fun. It's a fair about books. Yeah. Basically. So great if you are a writer or a reader, or even just somebody who is interested in writing. If you are the kind of person who goes to writing fests, like writer festivals and things like that, like Sydney Writers Festivals, stuff like that, you'll probably enjoy book fair. Best of all is there are bookstores for days, and so you can buy
all the pretty things.
So many.
There's knickknacks, like bookish knickknacks. Like they had a lot of like bookish.
I got a mug.
The mugs. They've got cool candles.
Yeah.
And I
got
like
the
a
candles
hair.
that like smell like
the characters, like
the characters,
all
like,
that.
Yeah.
And then a lot of sandalwood.
Just a lot of sandalwood.
And then
musk.
Yeah. And like I got a cool little like dragon hairpiece.
Yeah, I got a beautiful mug that says book file in it, and it has like a little book. Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah.
I get a lot of compliments on it.
There's so many cool
like
things.
Stuff. And a lot of the authors sell or give away little bits of character merch and stuff for their books. So art, bookmarks. I got so many bookmarks.
Yeah.
Keychains, buttons. So if you and a lot of them are indie authors. Yeah. So if you are interested in supporting indie authors like us,
especially Australian indie authors as well, supporting your Aussies.
Exactly, it's the place to be. It's the place to go. And we will be there promoting the podcast, and also very, very hopefully our book Revelation, which we are hoping to launch at Book Fair Australia, which is really, really exciting. We have been working on this book since we finished this one. Yeah. This
is what we wrote next.
This is what we wrote next.
Don't hold that against it.
Yes, because we have rewritten it
better.
About 300 times.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are so, so excited. Obviously, this has been a massive journey for us. Which we are taking you all along with us on this podcast.
Yes, you will see the journey.
You will see the journey, experience the journey. But we're really.
If you want to jump to the end, you can
want
buy the book.
To the end, yes, and see like what Revelation looks like after all of the years of work that we've put into it. Obviously we want you to do that. So yeah, certainly if you can come to Melbourne in February, or if you live in Melbourne, we don't know where our listeners are, hopefully some of you are in Melbourne, come and check us out, say hi. We would love to meet
Love
you.
to see you all.
Yes, and we will have podcast merch as well. So you know, if you
and probably some book merch
and
too,
hopefully some
even if
book
we don't
merch.
have the book, but
Yes,
we'll have
the book merch.
we'll have things, we'll
Yes.
have goodies.
To get you excited for the book, even if the book is not ready. There's a Penny situation happening. Anyway, so yes, let us know if you're planning to come.
Yes.
On our socials.
Yes, which are our socials are. We have an email, which is whatwewrotepod@gmail.com. And then we're also all over the socials, where you can DM us, tag us, comment, do some sort of connection. And our handles for those are at What We Wrote Podcast on all of them. So that is TikTok, Facebook, Insta, Tumblr, and a little bit of YouTube if I pull my finger out and keep cracking on that.
The YouTube videos are all ready. They just need to be uploaded.
Hi, remember the ADHD?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yes, please do rate, review, and subscribe.
Yes,
on
that
your
helps.
podcast.
We have like 13 on Spotify.
Oh yay!
Yeah, 5 stars. Woo!
Yeah.
We love you guys. Thank you for everyone
Thank
who
you.
rate, reviewed, and
Yes.
subscribed. It is wonderful.
Massive thank you to all
It
of
helps.
you who have done that. It actually does help us, and you, because if you help us, then we can make more content. So it helps all of us. So
Everybody's helping everybody.
yeah, exactly. And it's a one-time thing. So like, just hop on to wherever you do your podcast and subscribe and give us a rating. And it helps get more eyeballs on the podcast.
Yep.
And so we can get more listeners, and yeah,
Keep going.
keep
doing
going.
this.
Because there's
crazy
there's
journey.
so many more
There's
books
many
to read.
many to come.
Many to come. So yeah, that's it from us. And we'll catch you next time.
Catch you next time. Bye.